Hi, welcome back to the art room. This is Mrs. Nolte, and so glad you're here with us today. Our project for this unit is on the principles of art, balance, and symmetry. So we're going to be doing a project based on line symmetry. Sometimes it's known as mirror symmetry or reflective symmetry. So let's go into the art room and get started. The materials that we're going to need today are a piece of plain Xerox paper, some crayons, a black Sharpie or black marker, some Crayola markers or colored Sharpie markers, a good piece of drawing paper, and a head tracer, a skull tracer, which I've made for everybody. First thing we're going to do is fold our paper in half, just like that. Make sure you have a nice crisp edge on one side. I'm going to lay the paper on my hand. So there's a reason I'm doing this. So I know that my tracer is laying on the fold where the line is so that it's not on the open end. I've had people do that before and we end up having to start over again. So you're going to lay your tracer on top so the folds line up. I'm going to take a marker. You could do this with a pencil, but I'm going to start with a marker. We're going to outline the tracer, come all the way down and around, and we're only outlining one side, and you'll see why in a second. And we're going to outline the mouth, the nose, and the eye. Great. Remove the tracer and put it to the side. Now, when I open up my design, you're going to notice that where the line is, right down the middle of the paper, I only have half of the head. So we need to draw the other half, but we're not going to do it with the tracer. We're going to do something different. I'm going to move this to the side. And here I have a piece of white Xerox paper, and I'm using a dark crayon. I'm going to suggest the darker, the better. The lighter colors won't show up. And here I'm coloring it in, and I'm trying to not leave any white space. And you want to get right up to the edge. This shouldn't take you too long. You're just scribbling, but try to make sure that you cover the whole thing completely. So I filled in my paper. Next, I'm going to take the sugar skull template that I drew. I'm going to make a design only on half of the head. So I'm not opening it flat, I'm keeping it folded, and I'm going to create a design. And you'll see that there are some template sheets that I added and some sample sheets that have different designs for the sugar skulls. You can use those as inspiration. When you do your design, you want to make sure that it is a shape and not just a bunch of lines, because we're going to want to color it in later. Oh, here comes my kitty. We want to make sure that we're going to be able to color it in later. So if you just do black lines, there won't be any place to color. I've added 2 templates on the Seesaw page, which you can reference. It has some simple designs on it for sugar skulls and also some shapes that you might want to try, or you can make up your own. It's completely up to you. Okay, so my design's finished. Notice that I filled the entire half of the head. I didn't leave very much white space. I'm going to fold my design in half the opposite way so that the head is on the inside of the paper now. And I'm going to take my Xerox paper that I had colored with a crayon. I'm going to lay it down on the blank side of the head, not the side that has the drawing on it. I want to put the crayon side down. I needed to fill this edge just a little bit more. I needed to go right to the edge so it fits into the fold. There we go. So upside down on the blank page, fold it so you can't see the head anymore, but you should be able to see your design showing up through the page because we use that black marker, so it should show up through the page so you can see it. If not, you can put it up on a window and try to see it through a window. Now with a pencil, I'm going to push down really hard and I'm going to carefully trace exactly what I have here. Don't make anything up. Don't add anything. I know it's so tempting to draw something else. Please don't draw anything other than what you see. We're going to take the entire drawing and transfer it. And if you look here, you can see it very lightly, the purple's there. That's why I said to use a really dark crayon. If you use a light color, you won't see it. So as darker color you can get. And then we're going to push down nice and hard and trace everything. Okay, so I think I should have everything there. It's super light, but I can see the design. Oh, I forgot to do the outside of the head. So it's very, very light, but it's enough that I can see it to draw it. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to go back over all the lines that I drew. And again, I can't stress this enough. Don't make anything up. If you don't see it, don't add it. Try to stick with what you drew. Ta-da! Okay, great, the drawing's done, yay! Now, the next part, we're going to colorize it. Remember that this project is about balance and mirror or reflective symmetry. So whatever happens on one side needs to happen on the other side. So when I go to color, I'm going to take one color, I'm going to color one section here, and I want to make sure that I mirror it like a reflection, so it's exactly the same on the other side. These have to match. That's the name of the game here, is trying to get them to be reflective images. right, I have most of my drawing done. I decided to fill in the eyes black. You can draw something in them, or you can just color them in black. And I'm good. The next thing we need to do is we're going to cut out the sugar skull. So let's go and grab some scissors. Cut out the sugar skull. We're going to fold it again so you can see the design. And we're going to cut it while it's folded. And this way we make sure that we keep the head symmetrical. If we cut both folded sides at the same time, our outside edge will match and the entire skull will have symmetry. So I'm carefully cutting around the outside edge. There we go. And we're going to open it up. Yay! All right. So I hope you enjoyed this project on line symmetry. It was a lot of fun. Glad you could join us and can't wait to see what you do. Bye, everyone.